Hi guys, it's Mima here, and I have a red velvet cake to make this morning. I understand it's for a homecoming. Thank you, Faye, for this. So, on to part 4 of Being Meghan. Meghan is here, has arrived, and there is no NICU needed. She's breathing on her own. She's okay. She pooped immediately, so that means the backside and the urinary tract, they are both open. So no surgical cases for Maggie. We thank God for that. Now my aunties are here and mom is here. They are opening her up. They are uncovering her to get to know how she is, how the legs are, how this swelling that we were told is. And they look at her. Remember, I'm still sedated. I can't do anything on my own. So they look at her, they discuss on their own. My uncles come in, 2 uncles, they come in and they also see her. And they come to a conclusion that these are club foot. You know club foot, the foot that they face each other like this? They come to a conclusion. None of them is a doctor, by the way. But I have an aunt who is a nurse. So they come to a conclusion these are club foot. One of my aunties is a nurse. So you remember Maggie doesn't have any clothes on. She just has this wrap, and I guess the hospital donated something for her to put on. So I have this friend, thank you, an angel friend, Maggie. I was with her in high school. She bought me some ready-made clothes, some new clothes, and that's what she brought to the hospital, and that's what Meghan wore on the first day. My uncles, after confirming these are club foot, they went out and they bought Meghan clothes. So Meghan had like 3-4 pairs of new clothes. I have nothing on my side. I don't have even diapers. They bought everything and dressed this newborn of mine. I'm sedated, waiting for them to go away. I sleep in the afternoon. We sleep with Meghan. She's like full. She doesn't want to eat. She's not crying. She's okay. She's sleeping. The sedation wore off in the evening at around 7 p.m. Now I went looking for the doctor to tell him to remove the catheter so that I can move around freely. Said it's early, you have to stay a bit with it, but I insisted and he removed it. I was so up and about. I would go to the toilet and make sure I urinate so that I know I'm okay, I'm doing fine. And then I come and unwrapped Maggie and I removed all her clothes to get to see how this baby is. So I looked at the foot, the legs. The legs were like, she was like in a sitting position in my stomach, in my tummy. So she would cry a lot when you touch the legs. They are like not movable. So when you try to put them apart like this, she would really scream. And then there was this swelling at the side of her tummy, on the back side of her tummy, on the right side. And we didn't know what it was. So fast forward to morning, my Dr. Onyango comes in and he's so happy. The baby is here. We didn't have to have those meetings with everyone, and the baby is doing well. And I've accepted the baby. I'm with the baby there. He had actually mentioned that once I see the baby, I'll just fall in love with the baby and take her in. So he came in, he looked at my where I was cut, and he said it's doing fine, I'm doing well. So I should be aware of stigma. Everyone will be looking at Meghan differently. He prepared me for that. This doctor he's more of a father. He's really there. He knows how to talk to you, how to put it. He was really there. Thank you so much, Dr. Onyango. So then he referred a pediatrician to come and see us. She came and saw Meghan, all the conditions, she unwrapped her and everything, and told me we have to go to like Kijabe. Kijabe is the best in in congenital deformities. A child who's born with deformities is known as congenital. So Kijabe are the best of that. So she told me, once you're discharged here, just go to Kijabe and get to find out what all this is, the swelling, how the legs are. I asked her, are these feet club foot? She said, I'm not sure, but Kijabe will let you know. So that was Monday now. We stayed in hospital. Then Dr. Onyango, in my previous surgery, the one for ovarian cyst, he told me, when you poop is when I'll let you go. So I knew if I poop, he'll let me go. So I made sure I ate a lot this Monday. Make sure I ate kamande. I ate kamande. This makes you poop early, very fast. So I ate that. And in the morning of Tuesday, I actually pooped. So when he was on rounds and came to see me, I told him, Dr. Onyango, I've pooped, so you can go home. I was happy. So my mom was doing some exam and she wasn't around. When she just saw Maggie was here, she traveled and she went and did this exam. So she wasn't around. So my grandfather was the one to come and take me from hospital. My aunties also had gone. They had traveled so far, so they had gone back. So my grandfather and grandmother are the ones to come and discharge me from hospital. So when Grandpa came and saw Megan, he prophesied and said, I will live to see this child. I'll live to see the glory that is in this child's life. And I was really happy. I was really humbled. He's so loving, this grandfather of mine. So I'm discharged. I pay the bill. We go home. We go to my grandfather's place. My sister had traveled to an up country, and she was on her way back to come and take care of me before mom comes back. So I went to stay with my grandfather and grandmother, and they took care of me until my sister came. My sister came late. I think it was around 12 midnight, and she was there. She was actually very tired, but she came and took care of Megan and allowed me to sleep. Megan at this time is breastfeeding. My milk came in. My body just responded. My milk came in and she was breastfeeding very well. But now she will cry a lot when you change her because of the foot, the positioning of the foot, of the legs. So mom comes back. We go home the next day to my mom's place. And mom comes back and we are just at home. So my grandfather is very concerned about Megan. And you remember the doctor who told me to go to Kijabe? It wasn't really in me because I've spent so much. Back in Kericho, I've paid for my shop for like 3 months, my rent for like 3 months. I paid for the hospital bill. I paid a lot of these movements and all. So I was out on cash. So I wasn't present with going to Kijabe at that time. So my grandfather was watching Inoro TV. And there's this doctor from Kijabe who came up and was talking about clubfoot. And you remember my family being the doctors in the family, they had suggested that this could be clubfoot. And the doctor did not confirm this. So he explained a lot of how the process is, and the earlier you go in for treatment, the earlier the baby can walk, can be taken care of. So he called my mom and told us to check up Inoro. We checked up Inoro and we saw all this is true. So we set up to go to Kijabe. I think we went now the next week on a Monday. We went to Kijabe. And it was very emotional seeing all these things. We went into Kijabe first. When we inquired, I went with my grandfather and grandmother and mom. So when we went into Kijabe and inquired, they told us to go to Cure. Cure is a branch of Kijabe, of which they take care of deformities, born congenital deformities that children have 0 to 18 years. They take care of that and they do very nice job. So we went and we were referred to Cure. At Cure, there's a doctor who checked on us and confirmed Maggie didn't have clubfoot. This doctor that we saw on TV, he's a surgeon, and mainly he's in surgery. Most of the time he's in surgery. All my visits, I went to so many visits to Kijabe and I never saw him in person. These doctors would come, would take a picture of Meghan, go see him in the theater, show him how he is, go with the report, a lot of consultation, but I didn't see him in person. So we went, they confirmed this is not clubfoot. They took an x-ray of her and they saw the legs. The spine is halfway, is at the back of her back. It's half her back. And then the legs are not attached to anything. They said they're attached to soft tissue. There's no connection of the spine and the legs. And then the vertebrae, some vertebrae are missing. The sacrum is missing. You'll have to learn biology. The sacrum is missing, and the pelvic bone, this bone, it's not there. It's absent. The full bone is absent. So they don't know also what is this, because it's a rare case. When you Google this sacrogenesis, it appears in 100,000. It appears once, so it's not something that they are so familiar with. They want to learn how Meghan is, how she will be. The lines in Kijabe are too long, so we took a lot of time in this Cure place. And then now we were referred to Kijabe main to see how her organs are doing. And mind you, in Kijabe, they are so loving doctors. Every doctor we would meet, we would consult with, the first thing they would pray with us. They would pray with us and tell God just to take over and take over this child, and show us the way forward. They will pray for me to have peace, because all very emotional knowing all this. Then when I was in hospital, that's when the navel came off, and it came off like a wound. And I thought this baby is so fragile. You wonder, can I touch her? Will I hurt her? Will I break her? I was very emotional. And these doctors will really pray for me, will really be there for me. So we went in and I met this ped surgeon, a pediatric surgeon, a very nice doctor, a lady, I think is an Israeli. She's Dr. Meret. This doctor, they checked with Dr. I don't remember the other surgeon's name, but they checked on Maggie to confirm the openings of the urinary and the anus, and they asked us to go for scans. X-ray they took from the other side. They are connected. Cure and Kijabe are connected, since Cure is a branch of Kijabe. So they saw the scans from that, but they don't deal with the bone structure. The bone structure is Cure that deals with. So they are concerned with the organs, how the organs are working. So they did a scan to know exactly what this mass was at her side. So we did the scan, but no, it was late. It was around 6 in the evening. So we were asked to come back the next day. We come back the next day, we see Dr. Meret and her team, and they tell us that there's a stomach wall on the inside that did not form. So it's not a mass, it's not nerve endings from the spine. It's just a wall stomach that did not form. That's why the bulge is outside. So the intestines bulge out. And this is something that it can correct itself with time, and which it has. It has really gone back, that mass. It has really gone back, and it's disappearing with time. So they asked us at Cure, we were told to come back after 6 months to get to know what can be done if there's any surgical case, because with clubfoot they do these plasters. They do plasters to bring the foot to the position that it's supposed to be. But now they can't do this for Meghan, because when they interfere with the lower part of the leg, and they have not seen what is inside her. She's so tiny, you can't tell which bone is which. So they told us to go and come back at 6 months. So I'm done with the first 2 cakes. I'm taking breakfast, and then I go to the next cake. So at Kijabe with Dr. Meret, the ped surgeon, he she she requested for an MRI because there are some things that the scans couldn't tell about the organs, internal organs, because of this condition. Some organs may not be well formed or be fully operational. So they requested for an MRI, and they don't have an MRI machine at Kijabe, so we had to go and outsource. So we had to come back after 6 months with the MRI to confirm, to know what is happening inside. Yeah. So this is the end of the parts. I've done part 1, part 2, part 3, and this is the last part 4. So I'll be sharing the medical journey now of Meghan, the trips to Kijabe, how they went, yes, everything. Thank you people for listening. Kindly subscribe, like, follow, and leave a comment, positive comment. Thank you. Hi guys, right now I'm making some fondant flowers, and I would like to take this chance just to say thank you to everyone who has been who was a part of the pregnancy, who stood by me, who comforted me, who provided for me financially. Thank you so much. Thank you to my uncles. Thank you to Kate Curtains. She has a business here in Kericho town known as Kericho Curtains, just adjacent to Tengecha Road. You can go in and support her. She has a big heart. Shayla, my dear Shayla, thank you so much. God bless you, Shayla. Shayla, even in the medical journey, Shayla is still there. I love you so much, Shayla. Shayla is a salonist at Tengecha. She does a very good job. Thank you to my sister. You've been there emotionally. You've been there to just encourage me and to help me out with Meghan. Thank you so much. Mom. I love you so much, my mommy. Thank you for being there. Thank you for supporting me throughout. In my first pregnancy, you were there. In this pregnancy with Meghan, with all the ups and downs, you were there. I thank God for you. May you live long, Mom. Maggie, thank you so much. My high school classmate, schoolmate at Naivasha Girls. Thank you so much, Maggie, for supporting me at my darkest, for being there for me. And Meghan, when she came, you gave us a stroller, which we are using up to now. Thank you so much, Maggie. God bless you and your family. Thank you. I hope I've not forgotten anyone. Thank you. Pastor Lily, oh my, Pastor Lily. Thank you, Pastor Lily. You are the reason Meghan is on this earth today. I thank God for you. You're going places, Pastor Lily. Your family is blessed, Pastor Lily. You are blessed. Thank you so much. I hope I've not forgotten anyone. Anyone who stood by me. Mzungu, asante sana. Thank you, Mzungu, for giving me wise words, for being there for me at my lowest, for telling me now that things are not working out. Let go and let God. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone who stood for me. Irene Maladi, thank you so much for praying for me, for washing my baby's clothes when I confirmed that I'm keeping Meghan. Thank you so much. I hope I've not forgotten anyone. All in all, thank you and God bless you. Grandpa, thank you. May you live long, Grandpa, to see Maggie have her own children. Thank you so much, Grandpa. Bye.